Alrighty, so here in week 10, we're going to be adding waste production for 10.1 and then recycle for 10.2. So these should be probably some of our more short weeks, just because we don't have multiple parts. But you know what? I think based on the place in the semester we're at, that's good. Now, I'm recording this over summer, but one of the things I realized in our last one, and I've already added all this into the index so you do the same, was the reason on 9.2, I think, or maybe 9.1, was that there is a different ID for the results versus for the inputs. And so that threw me off, and that's why I need to this time be a little more cautious. All right, so here's my development environment. I've added everything in, which is awesome. I also, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and drop my index, although I could grab it from here, right? So that's the other place I could grab these IDs when I'm working on them, is just to have them open. Not a bad idea, just because they don't change, like if I need to come back and get them. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. So as the instructions lay out, just like before, here are the files we're going to touch. I think I've already got my comments in there, so I'll cover those as we get there. So let's start with our form handler, right? So we know we're going to have input, right? It's going to be equal to carbon footprint query selector. So we grab that reference. We only have one in this case. We only have one filled. Again, this one's pretty straightforward. And we come down to the so we can, and in this case we could say, I think I fixed this because I saw this before, so I think I'll go ahead and fix it now that I had this incorrect. So I guess I didn't test very well on the last one. Okay, so in here, now we're going to have input dot value equal to entry dot weekly. Okay, that looks right. Okay, and that's what we'll end up calling it. I believe that's true. And actually, here's where we set that, so that's awesome, right? At this point, we could say this is getting the inputs. Okay, so this would be parse int. I could have grabbed the other one. Dot input dot value or 0. Good. So now I have my returned object literal key value. Oh, yeah, key value. Very good. Yeah, see? Keeps you on your toes, hopefully. Oh, interesting. This one, I put it in the wrong place. If you did, you can fix it as well. I did. Okay, so I'll take it off that last one because we don't need it there. Okay, so then here, after this one, we'd say weekly trash cans input dot value equals 0. Cool, so now we have all of our changes needed for our form handler. Okay, I'm gonna live on the wild side and do all the changes and then come back as before. And here's where I messed up on the last one, so I'm gonna try not to do that here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab, actually I had the index open for a reason, so let me grab that. So there's my ID. Okay, so under my form results, cool. So I'm going to say display equal to result query selector waste production. Very cool. Okay, so here I'm going to say waste production display text content equal waste production results to fixed. Just to be consistent, although we know these may not need to have that done. Okay, so now that updates the display. That gives me the reference. Cool. So now we come over to calculator, and I've already set up at least a function call here. Okay, so now what are we going to take in, right? And I've already given here, so we already know we're taking in the weekly cans. Oh, this one's not right. That one's not right. Okay. Okay, so we're only taking in the weekly cans. Awesome. And then we'll say if weekly cans greater than or equal to 4. And this one shouldn't be a surprise. Okay. And because I'm going to do this, but on the next one, of course, the other thing I'm going to need here is else. If it's greater than or equal to 3, then we'll return 40. If you're wondering again where I got these, right? 3, there we go. Now, again, so nice to use productivity tools so you don't have to, hopefully you make less mistakes, but that's also just part of learning to code, honestly, I guess I should talk about how we should all work on our typing, including me. Okay. And then the last one would just be greater than 0. If for some reason, again, you put that half in there, then you would return 5. Okay, cool. Okay. So now we'd say const, right? Waste production. In this case, it'd be points. It's going to be equal to calculate waste production, not water consumption, data dot, and in this case weekly cans is what we're going to pass to it, right? So we're actually doing these in reverse to where we did the function and now we're calling it. Cool. And so here, and I think I did this on one of the other ones, so I'll just take the time to do it now. You're doing so many here. And maybe our formatting should have done this for us, but oh well. Okay, so then we'll add the last one here. So we'll do waste production points. Those seem out of order. Did we get everything in there? Oh, it looks like it's household. Oh, I forgot household purchases. Evidently, I did not test so well. Because it's actually food production, water consumption. There we go. I should have caught that last time. Okay. So here, it would be here, because so now we'll return, okay, waste production points, which would be equal to I'm going to just take a minute here to make sure. Oh yeah, hold on. Yeah, see, this is key. Waste production footprint. Because up here, oh yeah, here's the key, right? So here's the key that we're setting. Waste production footprint. Okay. Is equal to points. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So that's on my calculate. Ooh, we're going to see how much I missed once I get to the end. Alright, so down here, this one's pretty easy. So now I'm gonna do a here because I know here is waste production. I should have copied it. Waste production. Yeah, not points. Yeah, this is the one like before I think threw me off because I was looking at points and these are not necessarily points except for the total. And I think that's all good. There's nothing we need to do there. Oof. Now it's the question, how did I get anything wrong? Okay, I didn't get any syntax errors, so let's go ahead and fill out one. All right, so how many cans? This is our new one. Let's say 4. Oh, good, I got an error. I shouldn't say, oh, good. Annual. Oh, look at that. Okay. That was on form handler. Was it okay, so let's go look at form handler. You may have gotten this correct because this should not be that. Ah, I see. I got an extra input in there. Must have either I just didn't catch it. Most likely. Oh, this should be input. Okay. Now the question, yeah, so because of where that form handler error was, right, and all my numbers did not get, so I'm going to this time be a little bit more lazy. Calculate, and let's go to fixed. Footprint to fixed. Let's see what I did here. Okay. This is where I'd calculate. Okay, it's got the reference. That's good. Okay, waste production footbed display. Alright, what did I do? Results. Food. Should be waste production. What did I say? That is what I said. Oh, look what I did. Look what I did right there. I put a capital P on food production, on waste production. So now I have to go back and find my object, right? So where do I know that's passed in? Again, where I got to backtrack and figure out, oh yeah, where did I do that? Here's my guess. Right here in my return object. Oh, that's okay. Clear form. Populate. Oh, I love these. Is it in calculate? No, it's not in calculate. It's not in table render. Okay, so I need to actually stop and think for a minute. Food production. Oh, sorry, waste production. Where did I say it's at? It's in the reference to results that's passed in. What gets passed to reference? This is backtracking. All right, so I have to look at it. Hold on. Yeah, that did take me a minute. But that's okay. Kind of that's what happens sometimes right here. It was on calculator. And I just didn't look closely enough. Okay, let's see if that fixed it. Okay, so because of where that error was at, right? And then we're getting, so this is the other one. Undefined. Oh, I love troubleshooting. It really is fun at times. But it was here. Okay, so the issue is that I put a value on the, or a key on the entry that actually didn't represent what I was looking for, and so I had to go back and look at my entry and go, oh, it was weekly cans I wanted, and the question would be, where does that get created? Right, is back in here, but it's really when I was, let's do it again, just to grab it. Okay, there's my, that I want, cool. And this is just a process of the more you do it, the easier things get. And not easier, it just takes time, especially with all the code that we have to find your errors. So this is where if you're having a hard time finding errors, you know they're there, right? So I'm going to do an update on this one just to see and make sure everything's working. Let's call this 5. Okay, so if we update, oh, I had some breakpoints in here. Cool. So my waste production points is here. I do have here. I'll go ahead and let this run as well. Good. So then I get my update in the table, so I know I'm good to go. Awesome. Okay. So your commit, let's see. We updated everything. Yep, I tested it. Pretty much I had to to get that error fixed. Again, this is where reaching out, because sometimes we stop seeing the code, and part of it can be time as well, like the time from the last time you looked at the code. I know that's true for me over summer when I'm doing this, is that if there's a bit of time between my last coding session, and it could be true for you, this is where you have to figure out at what point you want to get help, right? So there can be various ways you get help, but I hope you do seek help if you're struggling with finding issues. Okay, on to the next one.